Welcome to another episode of Around the 412. We're a part of the Pod Hub Network, and with me, as always, are Smitty and Herb. I'm Tyler, and thanks for watching. See ya next week. I figured I'd read that.
That's the text that I sent in the group chat because we said today's show is probably going to be very quick.
Yeah.
I
didn't expect that.
Not that
seconds.
quick. Not that quick. We are going to be here for a little bit. But anyway, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Haven't talked to you guys in exactly 1 week. So,
Hey,
realized,
new hat.
yeah, new hat. We got a ton of new hats now on Spreadshirt, so go to our site, check that out. It's hat season. You know, who doesn't love hats? Especially when you're going to the ball yard. The ballpark, like we are tonight, minus Beefy.
Yeah.
But did you know Beefy wasn't going now, or was I the only one that knew that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, Beefy's not going.
So the only reason I'm not going is because my parents are in Utah right now, and my dogs are home, and there's no one there to.
And as you can tell, he
let them
came
out.
straight from work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought for a second that he was going to say because I got shelled last night.
Well,
for
I mean,
a split second.
that could be a reason too.
It could.
But no, it's because of my dogs, and I don't want them to be cooped up all day.
also, I'm having a little trouble opening my mouth today. All I got done yesterday was a filling.
Lockjaw.
A filling, but they hit a muscle or something when they were putting the Novocaine in my cheek, which I don't like dealing with Novocaine anyway.
No.
I've gotten fillings before without Novocaine because of that. But my dentist was like, this one's kind of deep. So
That's what she said.
so I got Novocaine, and now my mouth has been sore for over 24 hours.
Have you ever had Lockjaw?
No.
It's the worst thing.
I feel like I have it right now, but no.
I got it one night at like 3 a.m. at the same time as having a cramp. So I had
Nice.
couldn't figure out which one to focus on.
I'm surprised you noticed both at the same time. Normally pain
absolutely.
from one just takes away.
No, I noticed because I couldn't open my mouth.
Mm.
And I felt the bones just clicking. It was disgusting.
Okay. So anyway, big shout out to Donnie Druin for coming on last week to talk about the draft with us. But we forgot about something like pretty important
yeah.
because of it that we didn't talk about.
Whoops.
So like I don't remember, was it just the day before the draft or 2 days before the draft?
I think it was 2.
Ben got an extension, which is basically a 2-year extension because he already was under contract for this year. But it was kind of been talked about for a while, and then as we get closer, we go through free agency really. Now we're getting close to the draft. It's like, what's going on here? Why isn't this done yet? But they do finally get it done.
And supposedly it might not be his last.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I saw that comment, like not putting any expiration date or whatever on it, but I think most people feel like this is his last contract.
Yeah.
And I think with what the Steelers did in the draft, going up, they made it seem like it was.
Yeah.
We got to win now. This is the window. But also a little bit of Steelers-related news that they are not picking up the 5th-year option on Artie Burns' contract.
Good.
That's the least surprising thing that we'll say on this episode probably. But we talked about it last week. Donnie doesn't seem to think it's just that he's not going to make the team out of camp. And I guess, I can see that. It's kind of hard to just cut ties like that with a first-round pick going into year 4. But I don't know.
It's not a matter of if it happens. There is potential it happens.
I think even if he's on the roster, I don't know what his role is.
Yeah.
Because he's not a guy that's going to play special teams for you.
He looked oblivious on special teams last year.
I don't know. And I think I already kind of talked about, I think that Brian Allen's basically, the corner that they're going to be using on special teams the most.
Yeah.
He's been the gunner for them. I just don't see a role for Artie Burns on his team. What is he, the backup corner on the outside for one of the guys, essentially a 3rd or 4th corner? He's not going to play the slot at all.
No.
Either.
He's
So
the 6th guy.
Yeah.
Good save.
But I don't know. I don't see a clear role for him.
I hope that thud got picked up.
Well, I'll have to listen back and see.
What's the bad thing about cutting your ties and just counting your losses and then just moving on?
You blew a first-round draft pick.
So is everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess the thing would be he's making guaranteed money regardless of this season, whatever that his cap hit is. I don't know what it is exactly, to be honest.
I don't either. Nor do I care.
I think it's under $2 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess is it worth it to give him a spot on the 53-man roster just because he makes $2 million? But I don't know. I mean, they're definitely not going to do anything with him before training camp in the preseason.
Yeah.
But
Gung still has a roster spot, and he's making what, $1 million?
I don't. What is his contract?
I don't know. It was either $1 million or $2 million. I can't remember.
I think it's like 2.5.
Oh,
actually,
God.
yeah.
Well, that sucks.
But anyway, way to tie in the Pirates there with
Yeah.
John Hodon and Artie Burns. Nice comparison.
Black holes.
So a curious cut that had already taken place, speaking of cuts, was when Zac Brown was cut by the Redskins. He graded out last year as like a top 3 middle linebacker via Pro Football Focus. Yesterday, he signed a 1-year deal with the Eagles. So he's staying in the division, gets to still play the Redskins twice a year.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the Redskins did that. But here he is now in a 1-year deal with the Eagles, and we'll see how that plays out
the
for him.
Redskins don't seem like the greatest managed organization.
No, but I think that they actually did have a really good draft.
Yeah.
Basically, due to the Giants having a terrible draft, they had a really good draft. But
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
at least on the surface to me. I mean, obviously, none of these guys have played a game. But for the Redskins to be able to just sit there at number 15 and get Dwayne Haskins, meanwhile, the Giants at number 6, we know
Daniel
what they did.
Jones.
Daniel Jones. Which, it's just weird to me how much, like, Mel Kiper defends that pick.
He's been wrong about QBs a lot. So
Yeah. And I feel like this is another one.
I think a lot of people feel the same.
What's weird is they're, like, not even committing to him starting until, like, his 4th year.
I know. Why? Why even?
Which,
take
I
him?
mean, okay, so as a first-round pick, he has a 5th-year option. But essentially, like, if he's not a starter until year 4,
Yeah.
that's the last year of his actual, like, rookie deal.
Yeah.
Wait, who's going to start in front of him
Eli.
They said
after Eli?
Well, that's the thing, is they're saying Eli could play 3 more years.
Yeah.
Jones would sit behind him until his 4th year.
Supposedly.
I mean, imagine being a Giants fan
I
and
just-
hearing that.
Imagine being Saquon.
Trade me.
That's true.
Yeah. It's like McDavid and the others. Just get me out of here. I don't care how.
I mean, by that time, Saquon is fantastic, but
Yeah.
he's a running back. By that time, his best
Career's
years
done.
could very well be
Yeah.
behind him.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones better be like a Pro Bowler, or else that pick was wasted.
The football version of God.
And that's the thing. Like, they said, I fully believed that they were going to take him.
Yeah.
I just thought it was going to be at number 17, and it's like, okay, at that point, I get it because I figured Haskins and Murray would both be gone, so you're just essentially choosing him over Drew Lock.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit easier to stomach. But taking him at number 6 when you could have added somebody like, I mean, they could have used the Devin Bush
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They
could
could have
used a lot of things.
They could have used Josh Allen, who was taken the very next pick
Yeah.
by the Jaguars. Ed Oliver. I mean, there was so much defensive talent there that's the way I would have gone, and then quarterback at 17. I do like what they did with pick 17 after taking Jones with Dexter Lawrence, but I don't know. I would have just flip-flopped those picks, gone defense at 6 and Daniel Jones at 17, but they're saying that they know that 2 teams would have taken Jones before them. And I bet that is including the Redskins, who I don't think would have.
Yeah. Exactly. Also, I'm going to make a bold prediction just for the sake of bold prediction. Eli's going to get hurt somehow, be out for the season, and either Jones is going to go on a tear or he's going to just completely shatter into pieces.
And he's the guy that I feel the worst for because it's not his fault.
No.
He's not asking to be taken.
He's probably
number
like,
6
yeah,
overall,
I'm the
but
6th overall pick, and then looks at the internet and goes, oh.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I sound very harsh when I talk about Daniel Jones. It's nothing against him. It's really against the Giants picking him where they did.
yeah. It's just I keep thinking back to that one tweet. I don't know if you guys know that Tampa Bay Trey.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Buccaneers fan, but he does he works for that draft network and does other
Yeah.
stuff. Well, he tweeted a while back, is this league really about to make Daniel Jones a top 10 pick? And yes, they did.
This league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently Marshawn Lynch isn't essentially done yet. He may be, but he said he's open to it if the Raiders reach out to him. People talk
Only
about,
the
you know,
Raiders.
like people talk about Ben
Yeah.
because he mentioned retiring once in 2016.
Yeah.
And this guy every year is on the fence. I'm only coming back from one organization.
Is he the running
and
back
they have to
version of
reach
Brett
out to
Favre?
me. That's funny because people, it's when that tweet was sent, the tweet that I saw at least, I'm sure a bunch of people talked about it, but the tweet that I saw about him, you know, being open to it if the Raiders reached out to him, people were just sending back Brett Favre pictures or like the transaction when he signed with the Jets or the Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, that sucked.
But anyway, yeah. And then probably the biggest news in the NFL right now, where we're still waiting for more clarity, is the whole Tyreek Hill situation.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on it already with Donnie last week, but there is a little bit more information because the Tyreek Hill's lawyer talking about the text message exchange where apparently the girlfriend admits that she was the one that did it, which to me is bullcrap.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't want to say anything because it's jumping to conclusions. But what that says to me, what it sounds like, is Tyreek Hill saying, "Listen, this is my livelihood and yours, essentially.
Yeah.
So I need you to take the rap for this, and obviously you'll get money."
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because there's just it's not believable, the exchange that takes place. Like, he's just like, "You know that I would never touch him or anything like that. I would never break his arm. That's my son. I love him, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "I know I did it. I did it out of spite towards you," or whatever. Like,
No. Wrong.
That's
just,
what was said.
Lies.
Yeah,
That
all
is the
lies.
dumbest sounding conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally just showed those two texts.
I broke
So-
my son's arm out of spite towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I don't either, and that's why it's like I am walking a fine line by saying that because, I mean, I guess it could be true, but it's just I have
Very
a hard time
doubtful.
believing it.
Yeah.
Especially like where did that audio come from then?
Yeah.
The audio that got released.
Yeah. Exactly.
And there's also that news station that said that the police responded to a domestic dispute where
yeah.
she was injured.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And the whole thing with Tyreek Hill is so annoying because you look at it's not the exact same scenario, but with Kareem Hunt, it still involves the Chiefs. So
Yeah.
the Chiefs are the ones getting screwed here, even though they knew about.
I was gonna say, are they getting screwed, or do they just
they're getting screwed in the fact that I brought this up last week. They do the right thing, I guess, in the fact that they cut ties with Kareem Hunt just for another team to end up signing him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
if the league the league should do something about this and say this guy can't play for any organization.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs are doing the right thing, which for people that aren't watching, I put air quotes around that.
Besides the fact of knowing and then just saying, "Hey, when it comes out, we're gonna cut him."
Right, but they're not employing him anymore.
Yeah.
Just for another team that they have to compete against now to employ the guy. And that same thing very well could happen with Tyreek Hill because I don't see the league putting a ban on him, but the Chiefs are probably going to have to end up releasing him
More than
at
likely.
some point.
Yeah.
And I mean, they already have him suspended from team activities right now. So once they end up releasing him, when and if that does happen, another team's going to pick him up.
Yeah.
This
And
guy's not going to.
He'll probably have a suspension.
Yeah, he'll serve a suspension for less than a full season.
Just like Kareem Hunt, 7
And
weeks.
then he'll be able to come back and help that team and go against the Chiefs now.
Yeah.
So it's just, to me, it's bullcrap.
Was Kareem Hunt's suspension 7 or 8 weeks?
8. I
No,
thought.
His first game will be against the Steelers.
Lit.
Yeah.
Lit. We're gonna
Brown
get
signed
roasted.
Tyreek Hill too.
They might. I
wouldn't
mean,
doubt
that's
it.
that's John Dorsey, who was with the Chiefs before he went to the Browns. So
Yeah, he doesn't care. He just wants to win.
he took the chance on Greedy Williams.
Yeah.
So
What was his deal? Was he like?
I can't imagine that he slid that far just because he doesn't like to tackle, because that was known. And once again, going back to last week's episode, we already kind of talked about that.
Doesn't he have some like degenerative knee thing?
No, that's the safety from Alabama, Deontay Thompson.
Okay.
But Greedy didn't do any individual visits with teams or anything like that. Like, he didn't want to meet with anybody
Yeah.
leading up to the draft. Which, I mean, that's just weird to me. I don't
Yeah.
understand, what did he think was going to happen? Just
Yeah.
he's still a slam dunk first rounder even after not meeting with these teams and people knowing it's well known that you don't like to tackle.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like the fit for the Browns. I don't know if we talked about that, but they played their new defensive coordinator, who was the head coach in Arizona,
Oh.
Wilkes.
Yeah.
He plays the most zone scheme defense, and Greedy Williams is a pure man corner. I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw the video of him getting burnt by guys
Yeah.
in these practices that they're doing, but yeah, I'm not saying it's not going to work out because it's very early, but I don't like the fit there. Greedy Williams is a very talented football player, but you kind of need the fit as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
But anyway, yeah, that was all about the Tyreek Hill situation, which hopefully is resolved sooner rather than later. I'm not buying that it was his girlfriend. I just
No.
think that she's taking the rap now for
Absolutely.
him.
Absolutely.
Um,
Also, Soto just hit the IL. I don't know what for.
yeah, I saw that. Well, we're switching to baseball anyway right now. So also hitting the IL, Jameson Tyone.
Yes.
What
was it? Flexor strain?
Yeah. So anytime you hear elbow, it's immediately
Damn it.
Yeah, there's a gasp. You get the wind knocked out of you for a second, especially when it's a guy like Jameson.
Yeah. And his past injuries and everything.
Yeah, so did he have Tommy John already?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He should have been up when he was 23, but he came up when he was 24.
Yeah, because he ended up coming up in 2016.
Yeah.
But he would have been up before that. Okay.
If he would have came up in 2015, we would have won the World Series.
Could you imagine that?
That would have been nuts.
If you added him to the 2015?
Well, so nice.
Yeah, I guess it depends.
Jeff Locke would not have spent a single day in the majors.
Would we have won 2 more games?
He would. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He would have
Absolutely.
had to added 2 to 3 more regular season wins.
Absolutely, he would have. I have no doubt in my mind.
Doesn't sound like it, but yeah. Hopefully, that's not as bad as that, because that's the worst case scenario. Absolutely. When you hear elbow. Nick Birdie's seeking a third opinion.
Yeah, because the doctor told him to.
So I didn't realize. I was kind of curious as to what was going on in that situation, just because I was like, he's visiting with the Rangers team doctor, but that was the guy that did the surgery for him. Yeah. So I guess that makes sense. But now he's seeking a third opinion. So
by doctor's order.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense to me. That's just kind of like, I'm not quite sure. Go ask someone else.
The North Shore 9 GIF for that was perfect. It's the Anchorman. I don't believe you.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
But the Pirates were on an 8-game losing streak. They finally snapped that with back-to-back wins against the Rangers in Texas.
Yep.
Just to come home last night and get absolutely
shelled.
Yeah, that's a better word than what I was going to say.
Yeah. I had a couple words in mind.
It's a better word than the phrase I was going to say.
But just a weird game. The Pirates score first. Musgrove shuts them down in the first, and then in the bottom half we get a run. And then the second inning just starts okay, too. I mean, Chris Davis flies out. Then all of a sudden, a dung error just turns everything upside down in that inning. And he made 2 in that inning.
So remember when I said he'd be a black hole?
Yeah, I mean...
And Key Brian Hayes would be up in July.
Yeah, we kind of talked about it before we started recording, and I wasn't expecting him to be, good by any means. No. I just thought he'd be able to add a little bit of pop
just
in the middle of the
league
lineup.
Average defense.
And, if there was going to be some defensive deficiencies, it was going to be because of the range, not necessarily the arm. And the throws are wild.
Pedro 2.0.
I was about to say not quite 2015 Pedro.
It's getting there.
Because the ball's not going into the stands yet. But
just make him play first.
Yeah. Still won't be able to hit, though.
Right.
Why would you make him play first if Josh Bell's batting like 320?
And that's another thing.
Have Josh Bell play third.
He can't throw the ball.
Maybe he can get to the pitcher, and then the pitcher there's a middleman.
Just a flip.
I've brought this up before, but it's like, for whatever reason, there's always just we can never have everybody going at the same time.
No.
So Josh Bell is having so far, I mean, it's very early, a career year. If he does that on last year's team, who knows what last year's team is?
Yeah, exactly.
And this year, now Cervelli's been terrible, and he was good last year.
And Young's been bad.
Nobody can put it all together at one time. The Pirates just they can't do it. I don't understand what
ever
it is
since 2015
with the team.
Yeah, ever since 2015 they can't do it.
But I don't know. As far as the team out, they're still a game under 500 right now. I mean, an 8-game losing streak. After they started off 12-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, they decided to one up themselves from the 7-game losing streak the previous year when they started 12-5.
Yeah.
But
funny
I don't
enough,
know. I don't know what to make to this team.
Yeah, exactly. I think the past 6 or 7 seasons, they've finished April with about the same record every time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, they should even in 2015 when they won 98 games, they kind of had the same record.
They were under 500.
Yeah.
I think.
Or they might have been
a
game or two above,
over,
but it was still around.
They were under 514.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only. I think that was the only year that they were under out of the 3 years they made the playoffs.
I think so.
I think they were 3 or 4 games under 500.
Yeah.
2014 they should not have made the playoffs. It took an epic collapse from the Brewers for them to do so.
Yeah.
For them to get into the wild
An
card.
epic but still common collapse from the Brewers.
Yeah. And not even just they host the wild card game too. They have the exact same record as the Giants, but
speaking of
Won the
Brewers
season
collapse,
series.
I remember we mentioned Herb mentioned that he thought Yelly was going to collapse. I don't see him collapsing this year.
No, yeah.
Well, the thing is,
I don't want him to because I really like Christian Yelich.
Yeah.
But
he's a likable
exactly.
superstar.
And I always thought he was very good. I thought he was overshadowed by Stanton in Miami. I also thought Ozuna was pretty good. Obviously, one is much better than the other now, but still, I don't think he can continue the pace over a career.
I think that my thing with Yelich was I saw all the signs pointing to a little bit of regression.
Yeah.
Just because his hard hit rate wasn't that great last year.
Yeah.
I just felt like he was what's the word I'm looking for? The BABIPing into a lot of hits.
BABIP. That's not even a word. That's an acronym.
No. I'm sorry. The acronym I was looking for.
I was saying I don't even know that word.
No, I just felt
acronym.
like there was no way that he could sustain that for another full season.
Look up BABIP in the dictionary. It just says gibberish.
He also doesn't get hurt a lot, and he's been
yeah.
injured for a little bit so far this year already.
Yeah. Back in Miami, he may have had a stint or two, but 3 or 4 seasons he was there, never really was hurt.
Yeah.
Last year,
Phil Kessel.
yeah, Iron Man.
But yeah. Anyway, how did we start talking about Christian Yelich?
You mentioned Brewers collapse,
Oh,
and then it put
yeah.
it in my head like he said Yelich would
Jameson
collapse.
Taillon shut down for at least 4 weeks. Throw the towel. The towel.
I think
The flag. The flag. You know what the worst part is? No one's really ran away with any division.
the worst part is, even if we sign Dallas Keuchel, he's not going to be ready to pitch for like a month anyway.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
by that time, Tyler might be back.
All across baseball, no one's really ran away with any division so far. Like, there's Minnesota's
The
20
White-
and 11. What's
the
happening?
White Sox have a better win percentage than the Red Sox.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
happened to them? Oh, yeah, pitching.
Chris Sale had a really good start yesterday. That
Did he?
might, yeah.
Oh, that's
Not
good.
sure if that's going to turn things around for him, but
They're still not as bad as Baltimore.
yeah, I don't know what would have to happen for them to finish with a
I don't
worse record
think
than Baltimore.
my high school's baseball team is as bad as
Oh, yeah,
Baltimore's.
absolutely.
A little bit of Pirates divisional news. Actually, 2 things kind of involving the Reds. They called up their top prospect.
Ah, yes.
Is it pronounced Senzel?
Senzel.
Senzel. Nick Senzel. He won 1 for 5 in his debut. Also walked twice. So
What
7
position did he?
plate appearances right away. He played in the outfield for them,
Mm.
but I think he was originally a second baseman, if I'm not mistaken.
He's going to be their starting center fielder.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's what he is for them now.
Yeah. Well, they need an outfielder because also regarding them,
He's
they
gonna-
released Matt Kemp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully he's not a center fielder that kills the Pirates.
Imagine trading your
Billy
prospects for Matt Kemp, Yasiel Puig, and Alex Wood.
Imagine trading Jeter Downs.
Yeah.
I actually really like him. I think he's going to be good, so I'm pretty upset that he's a Dodger.
His name sucks, but
Yeah.
yeah, no. Anybody was like, "Oh, they're trying to win. They got Matt Kemp." Guess what? Last year it was an absolute fluke. Anybody that had a brain could
What
have
are you
told
looking at right now?
Oh, I was looking at the MLB standings.
Oh.
Anyway, anybody that had a brain could have told you Matt Kemp was going to regress.
He was the worst piece in that trade. And everybody knew
Absolutely.
it, but like people were just hoping maybe here in a hitter-friendly park he can at least do something with a bat. I mean, we knew that the defense has been gone for a couple seasons now.
Yeah.
But
Even I said maybe he hits 40. Maybe.
it'd be
Negative.
it'd be funny if he hit 40 home runs but still was a below-average hitter.
Oh, that'd be so. Like, he bats 200.
Yeah, and like his WRC plus was below 100. Like just ridiculous.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What else do we got here in the MLB? Strasburg, fastest in terms of innings
Yeah.
pitched to 1,500 strikeouts. How old is he?
26? 27?
Because we were talking about it on PlayStation.
I feel like
and-
he has to
and
be
Tyler
like
was like,
28
yeah,
or
but he's like
29.
30.
He might be. I feel like he came up young.
Wasn't his first
I remember
start
when he
against
came up.
his Pirates?
Yeah.
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 He struck out like 14.
Yeah.
Right there, we should have known.
Steven Strasburg is 30.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
He turns 31 in July.
Now I feel old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were like, isn't he like 26?
Now
It's
I
like,
feel
oh.
old. Damn.
I would have guessed 28. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy that he's already 30.
Yeah.
But fastest to 1,500 strikeouts in terms of innings pitched, the very first one, and 13 others came against the Pirates in his first start.
God.
Do you know how many innings pitched it was?
I mean, you could look it up now.
What, that he pitched in that game?
No. The like how many innings pitched his career?
Yeah.
To get to 1,500.
I think
I
he got
don't.
it. I think he got it in the second inning, something like that. I don't know what what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, you're looking for how many career innings he's pitched, right?
1,274.
So somewhere in
Okay.
there. Somewhere in the past 7 innings.
Yeah.
Does
Okay.
Garrett Cole pass him? If not, already passed him as in terms of innings pitched.
I don't know.
Because that's the only thing Garrett Cole can do right now, it seems like. Strike people out.
What else do you need to do?
Not let him runs.
Okay, he had
Win
one
a wild
start.
card game.
He had one start where he gave up 8.
Oh.
Right? Other than that, I think he's given up 3 or less in every start.
That's not horrible. That's Garrett Cole, I kind of
I wish he would have given up 3 or less in a wild card game.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like, if we don't score any, what is it? Yeah, okay, so his ERA on the season's 3.95, but he had one start where
Wow.
where he gave up 8.
What?
In his other starts, he's given up 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, 0.
And that 0 was this
So,
last one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twins.
Wow. Twins.
But just to show that wins do not matter, he is 2-4 in the season.
Yeah. That's such a dumb stat.
Actually, you know what? Just for S and G's, let's look at the MLB leaders in wins.
I really thought he said SMGs.
Yeah.
Are we PG now? I feel like I should have
Well,
been told.
okay, so Tyler Glass now.
Okay, let's not talk about
But
that. Andrew Filipponi
yeah, that's
Andrew Filipponi single-handedly turned him into a god. Did you see that tweet?
Yeah, so did the Rays pitching coach.
No, it was Filipponi. Absolutely Filipponi.
well, you know what though? What bothers me is Glass now even said like I'm not doing anything differently. Like
No.
I'm listening now. The Pirates tried to do the exact same thing with
Yeah.
me, and I didn't listen.
He's a prick.
What an idiot! I hate him.
Yeah.
No, that's what Tyler said. Tyler's like I hate
I
him.
hate him.
I'll call him a prick, but I don't hate him.
No, like I mean,
That's not PG, is it?
What?
Prick.
I've never like
I-
rooted for somebody
don't know.
more than him to find it when he was
Oh,
here.
absolutely.
Like, because you knew it was there.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was just so frustrating that he wasn't tapping into it.
Yeah, and the fact he wasn't listening kind of makes it even easier to trade him. So, at least from my point of view.
And who admits that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess after the fact, if you're
Yeah,
doing well.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, they did they've tried to teach me the exact same things in Pittsburgh as I am in Tampa, but I wasn't listening. I wasn't there mentally.
Does that speak volumes of Tyler Glass now, or does that speak volumes
I think
on
that-
the Pirates coaching?
No, I think it does speak volumes about like where he was here.
Yeah.
I just don't think he was mentally checked in.
No, not at all. Like that's the guy that actually probably did need a change of scenery.
Yeah. And that's I mean like I don't even care. Like
I don't either.
it's not about, to me, that trade isn't about what he does there. It's about what Archer does here. And Archer, I mean, by no means has been fantastic here. And right now
Oh,
he's on
but
the
he's-
IL. We need to get him back now, especially with Tyone now.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Shit.
So we got
That's not
Williams, Musgrove, Lyles.
PG. Lions,
Is Lyons going to make a start?
Kingham, Brault.
Is Lyons making a start, do you think, or is he here to be in the bullpen
I think
while
he's gonna
Kingdom
be
and
in the
Brault?
bullpen.
Okay.
That's what I think. I would love to see JT Brubaker up here make a start, but no. For some reason, that's not possible.
And have Jeff in the pen?
Yes, that'd be very nice.
Yeah, Ryan texted me and said it's something about Jeff. He said call up Jeff. Or,
Cart leave season.
actually, no, I got to go back and see what it was.
Hopefully his first game's here.
Hashtag free Jeff. That's what it was. Yeah, I know. Hopefully he does make his debut at PNC.
Yeah.
Last thing in the MLB, Corey Kluber fractured his arm
On a comeback.
on a comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How ugly was that?
But he's not getting. He doesn't need surgery.
Yeah, it was.
So
it
it's
wasn't
like-
displaced, right?
No, it's like 3 to 4 weeks or something like that, which is very fortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's gonna be. He'll be out for a couple months.
Yeah.
Now it's less than a month, maybe exactly 1 month.
They might want to take it slow with that.
And they're already missing
Carrasco?
Clevenger right now.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was Carrasco.
No, so I think Carrasco's still there,
Yeah.
and Bauer, obviously.
Who's their fifth?
I actually don't know, because what's his name isn't being used as a starter, right? Salazar. I don't think
No.
he's.
I don't know.
Does he stunk off the joint?
Well,
Carrasco.
Yeah, he looks like a little troll.
what?
Salazar?
Yeah.
He looks like a troll.
Also, okay, speaking of looks, why does Mike in Illinois keep telling me I look
Shane
like Joe
Bieber.
Musk? Oh, that's why I don't remember.
Although Cody Anderson's starting tomorrow.
Maybe it's not Shane Bieber. Why does Mike in Illinois keep telling everybody I look like Joe Musgrove if I was athletic?
I don't know. You don't.
Exactly.
I don't know. You don't.
I'm like, first off, my ears aren't like off my head, I guess.
Salazar's recovering from shoulder surgery anyway, so yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And he's just suffered a setback. It was announced today. So
Oh.
yeah.
He kind of looks like a troll.
Huh. He kind of looks like an Oompa Loompa.
I don't know why I think that. I look at him and I see like a little like troll doll.
His beard and hair. His beard and hair remind me of an Oompa Loompa for some reason.
Did you guys see that video of Cody Bellinger and Cole Tucker?
Yeah.
No.
It was kind of like a newlywed game where you like they ask a question and you both write to see if you write the same thing. And but it was like what'd they call it? The I don't know what they called it, but basically like they asked because they went to high school together.
They still live together in the off season.
Yeah.
So
They said
Cody Bellinger is going to be a Pirate, right?
no.
Well,
Think the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one's more likely?
Cole Tucker being a backup shortstop in L.A. Sure.
but I thought that was funny. They went to high school together. They would play on the same team.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger's fun to watch.
When do we get?
Yeah.
When do we get him? Our version.
Didn't we
of him.
ask that last week?
Yeah, because I texted. It was funny because I mentioned that, and DiNardo was listening to our episode and said that he texted Ryan the exact same thing. He's like, "When are the Pirates going to get their guy that like isn't like
one
some heralded stud coming out?"
Yeah. So one of the questions was how many home runs did Cody hit his senior year of high school?
Ooh. How many games did they play?
In high school, I don't know, 20 something.
I'm gonna guess 62.
Jesus.
For the sake of
it's lower, right?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, because I was just say something in the 50s. 54. It's higher than that.
No. This is it.
Oh.
he only hit one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He was a late bloomer, I guess.
So, but like, how was so?
Now I'm pissed.
What did he do in high school that like got him a
I don't know.
scholarship?
I don't know.
Somebody went, that kid's swing is cool.
But maybe he could field.
I mean, but still, like,
Maybe he had a
fielding
high
first
batting
baseman.
average.
Yeah,
Like maybe
like-
he hit for contact, not power.
yeah, I guess.
But yeah, he had one home run, and now he leads the MLB in home runs.
He had the most home runs tied for,
May.
right? Yeah, ever
Yeah.
before May. Most total bases before May in MLB history.
Most
Most
runs.
RBIs.
Like, yeah, he
Like-
just had a historic April, and it's not really being talked about like that.
Can we just like sign the Dodger scouts, please?
Like he leads
Get one of them.
Yeah.
MLB leaders offensive stats, batting average. Cody Bellinger hits. Cody Bellinger home runs. Cody Bellinger tied. Runs batted
Who's
in.
he tied
Cody
with?
Bellinger. Yelich.
Mm.
Runs scored. Cody Bellinger. Slugging percentage. Cody Bellinger.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
He's batting .415.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it's literally a guy on my show. It's like it's a created player on MLB.
Like .415 is like a all-pro on base percentage.
It'd be. I mean, if you keep that up, that's automatic Hall of Fame. Automatic.
if he does it just for one season.
Maybe. I don't think anybody's ever batted over 400 in a season.
Yeah, huh?
Ty Cobb.
There's
Well, okay, baseball's
You
a
mean,
different
like-
game back then.
yeah, like recent
Yeah.
history.
Like since the 60s.
It's actually a good question,
I don't think so.
and we definitely have time because we're basically done with baseball.
Also, did you guys see, while I'm going to fill it, hold on, pause.
You should have heard
Mike,
us play NHL the other night.
Mike Trout, in games that he has not had a hit this year,
Mm-hmm.
has a
Oh, yeah,
4.412 on base percentage.
Sued.
He has a 412 on base percentage in games he doesn't have a hit.
That's so dumb.
That's nuts.
So dumb. Why do we have to be Pirate fans?
I don't know.
We don't
We were-
have to be.
We were born here.
Can we change the name of our show?
Okay, so the
and-
last player to do it was in 1941, Ted Williams.
Okay, so yeah. That baseball was a way different game back then.
Yeah, like fastballs were about 75 miles per hour.
Yeah, pretty much. And guys were throwing with torn ligaments in their arm, probably.
Do you know how polarizing Babe Ruth would be right now? It's like he wouldn't be able to hit most pitches, but if he were to make contact
Yeah.
with these new baseballs, it'd probably go like 700 feet.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I always think about that. I'm like, take this guy from the past, like Honus Wagner, and just put him in now. Is he actually that good?
No, and I think that's the thing with that's why it's so hard to compare players
Yeah.
from different eras. Because I would always
With all sports, too.
Yeah, I would always argue that the guys now are better because they're better athletes. You could
Yeah.
take them and their game would translate to then.
Exactly.
But I don't think it works like that in reverse, where the guy back then could play now.
I think there's
these
selected
athletes.
guys.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Henderson, I think if you put him now, he could probably still
He'd
do
be
the
able to
same
play his style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing. Even like Cal Ripken, I don't think he could. I don't think he could hit the same things. Well, I mean,
Junior
he played,
could.
He played late 2000s.
Yeah, I would say that's not that far back.
Yeah, but still, I don't know, man. That's an interesting
Like
one.
like the players that we would see where the video clips and stuff are still in black and white.
Yeah.
Like if you take Joe DiMaggio, could he play today?
Lou Gehrig, Willie Mays, all of them.
Could Roberto Clemente play today?
That would be interesting. 'Cause I know a lot.
I just triggered
of
a ton of people listening to this.
I know a lot of people that argue that he was not that good.
I think defensively he'd definitely still be able to
Yeah,
play.
because his arm was nuts.
His arm was fantastic.
Yeah, his bat though.
I don't know.
His wood.
Yeah. I'm not saying that.
Well, I did.
I did say you didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's that's like my opinion with I don't think Gretzky would be good today.
I don't think Lemieux would be that good now, if you put him in his prime. Obviously he was still good when he came back out of retirement and played with Sid, good enough. But I think if you put him in the league now, today, in 2019, I don't think so.
I mean, the game has changed so much.
Exactly.
Since even 2015.
Because Mario's what? My height, 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah.
He's 6'5".
Yeah. And he was just so much bigger and stronger than everyone.
I mean, it was like Malkin playing, but back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now if he plays, he's about the same size as everyone. Might not be nearly as strong as everyone. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the best players would be able to.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Mike Trout. Mike Trout and Joe DiMaggio, I think, would probably be two of the better comparisons if you want to go eras. You know?
I think that's why a lot of people say who's the greatest player, not the best player.
Yeah.
Because say for...
Because it's not taking in just play, it's taking in legend and
I mean,
all
if
this other
if
stuff.
you ask me, just translate it to hockey, who's the greatest player of all time? You ask me, it's Lemieux. But most people say Gretzky, but really the best player, if you argue, it's Sid.
Yeah. I feel like I heard somebody say Paul Coffey once.
Are they high?
Yeah, right?
Are they high? Yeah, for what reason?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's probably just to piss people off.
Interesting.
Because this was, if I remember right, it was 6 years ago or something like that. It was probably almost 2010.
I want names.
They were
Who-
probably high.
Who was on the Oilers with Gretzky? I can't remember his name. Was it Coffey?
Well, Coffee was.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably why they brought it up then.
I mean, who were Gretzky's wingers though? Because
Oh God, I'd never even thought about that.
One of them was
Curry, right?
Yeah, Yari Curry.
Yeah,
Because
because he scored 40 goals plus with
Yeah.
them.
He had a ton of goals.
He's basically that day's Jake Densel for Sid.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he even followed him to L.A. after
That's
he
right.
left.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other winger was though.
Talk about loyalty.
I don't know who the other winger
Yeah.
was.
I kind of don't want to know.
I have no idea.
The forgotten man in the trio.
Okay, we need to make a book about that.
I'm not writing a book.
The lost wingers of elite centers.
The lost wingers. All right. Well, anyway, we're switching to NHL right now. Anyway, so
Did you just say I'm not writing a book?
Yeah, you said we should make a book. I was like, there's no way I'd write a book.
I'm not much of a writer.
Fair enough.
All right.
I sadly probably could. It probably wouldn't be that good though.
What's weird is when I first got into the sports stuff, I did the writing obviously before podcasting. Because, like, I just had, like, a passion to talk about stuff, but I was like, we'll start with writing these things down, and I, like, got reached out to by a site and started writing about fantasy football and stuff like that.
I just started talking with Mike again. It's like episode 1.
And then, boom. I was like, nope, I'd rather talk about it.
It's easier.
All right, so NHL, the Hurricanes finished up their series.
Yes, they did.
They swept those that swept the Pens.
And all of Pittsburgh media went,
it felt good.
It's funny what speed does to the Islanders.
Yeah. Imagine that.
All
of Pittsburgh media said, wait, why didn't we beat the Islanders? They're bad.
People are so stupid. Like
maybe if you looked at the PDO charts that said the Penguins had the worst PDO and the Islanders had the best PDO and went, hey, that's not good.
Or how about this? The Pens weren't that good this year.
Because they weren't, yeah.
It was just like I said, it turned out to be the worst possible matchup for the Pens.
Yeah.
If they play the Capitals in the first round or somebody else in the first round, who knows? They might have been still playing.
Yeah.
They might have won a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least would have been entertaining. I stand by that was the worst series possible for us, obviously, as Pens fans. Islanders fans didn't care because they were winning. But from an outside perspective, there shouldn't have been a person watching that series.
No. I think if the Canadians made the playoffs, that would have been absolutely worse. They would have
they would have
everyone.
It would have just been Carey Price trying to steal a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like fully on board the Hurricanes bandwagon, at least from the East.
Who isn't?
At least from the East. I definitely want them to
Cherry.
be in the Cup, and I wouldn't mind them winning either,
No.
even though they play in the Metro.
I'm still full on the Blues, even though they're down a game and a game away from elimination. But
Yeah, see, I like the Stars more. So, like, I don't mind either team, like, if the Blues win, whatever. And I don't really mind any team out West. I guess the Sharks would be the one team I didn't want to, but, like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even mind them that much. Ideally, at this point, I mean, the Boston-Columbus series sucked because I don't like Boston at all. And
I'd rather have Boston win that.
I'm with either way. I want Carolina to beat whoever wins that. And then from the West, I guess ideally I would want the Stars and Avalanche to match up, but I wouldn't be mad by the Blues and Avalanche either.
For the storyline, the Bruins are going to beat the Blue Jackets, and Carolina is going to beat the Bruins because Dougie Hamilton plays for Carolina. That's
Who was it that he tapped on? Was it Brock Nelson? He tapped on
Anders
the helmet.
Lee.
Yeah, it was Anders Lee. He was like, "You're the captain now."
But yes, it was just like a video that said Dougie Hamilton's my new favorite player.
It was so funny.
But yeah, I'm
Put that picture in a museum.
all on board for the Hurricanes. It's crazy because they hadn't made the playoffs since we swept them in the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah.
And now they're going to the Eastern Conference
They
Final.
either
their first
make the
time
conference
back.
finals or they miss the playoffs. That's
Yeah.
how it works for Carolina.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
But anyway, yeah, so that series is over. The rest of the series have been pretty competitive. I mean, the Bruins, Jackets, and Sharks, Avs are both tied at 2 games apiece. And
What's
the
gonna be the
Stars
sweep
lead
next
3
round?
games to 2
Yeah.
on the Blues. What's going to be the sweep next round? I mean, it's only going to be a couple series.
Yeah.
Bigger chance of a sweep. Okay, so say that, 2 of those games are tied at 2, though. So say Sharks and Bruins win, I guess, because they're probably the favorites in those series.
Yeah. Say Stars win.
And the Stars win because they're up 3 games to 2. So Stars, Sharks, Bruins, Hurricanes. I'd say that the better chance is probably the Sharks to sweep the Stars.
Yeah, agreed. Ben
But
Bishop.
I don't think
Yeah. It could go either way because it's Ben Bishop and Martin Jones. Both are notoriously either really good or really bad. So.
Yeah. And both have been pretty good thus far. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, who did you guys pick in all these series?
I picked the Canes. I said 4, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I picked the Bruins. I think I definitely picked the Blues because I still have them in the Cup. I don't know who I picked for the Shark series.
I picked the Sharks, the Blues, the Bruins, and the Canes.
The one that I'm not sure on is the Stars Blues because I wanted the Stars. I don't remember if I stuck with them.
I think you did.
As far as so I definitely picked the Hurricanes, but I didn't pick them for
I think I picked the Avalanche.
Bruins, and I'm pretty sure I picked the Sharks as well. So the only one I'm not sure of is if I stuck with the Stars just because I like them more. What a way to pick teams. I feel like I'm like doing a March Madness bracket.
Right.
Not knowing
Greg
anything about it.
McKay has more playoff goals than Crosby this year.
Shouldn't have traded him.
Did he score more than one, or does he just have the one that he scored yesterday?
I'm just talking about the one he scored yesterday.
Oh.
I think he has 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I thought I saw someone say he had 3. I'm not sure.
And Jordan Staal's turn back
Yeah.
time.
Maybe they should have
Like-
traded for him.
Yeah, I really wouldn't care if they won the cup.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at all.
No, I mean that's
Absolutely would be buying a bunch of Jerks t-shirts.
again. They keep the cup in the Metro.
Yeah. God, imagine having a dominant division in the NHL.
It's like I find it since they're in the Metro, I try to find a reason to dislike them.
And you can't.
The Metro had 3 of the final 4 teams from the East.
Yeah. Also, I had one reason to hate the Hurricanes. It's because they had faith in Cam Ward. Now that he's gone, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they waited a little too long to move on.
Yeah, about 10 years too long.
10 years. Hey, you just lost in the Eastern
I was
Conference
just say like 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't really have any takeaways really from the other series other than Brad Marchand probably should have been suspended.
Oh, absolutely. That was such a bitch move.
That was Harrington, right? That he punched?
Yes, Scott
Yeah.
Harrington, who has concussion issues, by the way.
Former Penn.
Yeah.
Part of the Kessel deal.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't like him as a hockey player. I don't think he's too good, but
Harrington?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I thought you meant Marchand. I was like,
No.
100 points?
No. Yeah, I just don't like Harrington's game. But yeah, no. Bitch made move.
What was the point of that? I don't understand.
Being a
like,
little
what
rat.
is
He
going
saw an
through-
opportunity, and he
through
took
his
it.
mind.
Yeah. He's like, no one's looking?
I don't think he thinks.
No, he thinks. He just thinks in the wrong way. He thought to himself, no one's looking. Do it.
But people are. That's the thing. People are like people are going to see that.
He doesn't
Like-
think about the cameras. Who cares about the cameras? They're not there.
Well, he should probably start because
The NHL doesn't care.
Went viral.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a point in 4 games.
Ooh, that's probably why, actually. The red mist is taking over.
That line was like terrible in the first 3.
Yeah.
They finally scored a couple in the second.
Uh,
They finally scored a couple in Game 4.
in the second.
Okay, so last thing to touch on, I guess. Some Pens trade rumors that are circling.
Oh, no.
Elliot Friedman has said it's basically guaranteed that Kessel's getting dealt.
See, I agree with that. I said that, 2-3 weeks ago on here?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure about how many episodes ago it was, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just tough because I can definitely see why. I mean, it sucks that you are in this position now
I mean, it's
with
absolutely
the
not
cap
the
and
right
everything. Yeah. I mean, you're paying him $6.8 million. I understand that that's not totally what he's getting,
Yeah.
but you're paying him $6.8 million. For $6.8 million, you're not bringing in another point per game guy. Like that,
No.
just they don't grow on trees like that.
Unless there's magically another Jake Gensel that pops up.
And do we trust Jim Rutherford to go find him right now? I mean,
No.
but what is the possible? I know people are throwing around like a PK Subban swap
Absolutely
with Nashville.
not. Absolutely not. There's
And
no
he-
way.
And if that's the case, I mean, not even that I'm like that I'm about that, but the only way that I would even consider it is if
One of the
they
defensemen goes.
Well, I was just saying for Nashville to eat the money to make it even with $6.8 million
Yeah.
because PK makes $9 million.
Yeah. That's if anything, Kessel's going to Edmonton.
See, I could see Arizona because that's already been kicked around last
Ooh.
year.
I don't think they have much to give, though, really.
Yeah, I don't know in terms of a return, but
I
they
don't know
were
how
one
much
of
you're
the,
going to get.
Yeah.
For a point per game player, at least, who's
Well,
also an Ironman,
I don't think you're getting an NHL player.
I think if he goes to Edmonton, you get at least Puljujärvi. At least.
I mean, yeah, you better get
Yeah.
at least. I mean, to me, that's the thing. I'm looking at it in 2 different ways. I'm looking at it as like what they should get, and I'm also looking at it as
Wait,
what
that
what,
won't
what,
happen.
what do they have to get that Jim Rutherford's going to be comfortable with?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know where I where's the trust level right
I
now
also just
with-
remembered the Islanders, or not the Islanders. The Oilers have 0 cap space. So
Yeah,
that
I
trade
mean,
will not happen.
They need to do something with Lucic before they decide to bring on like a Kessel contract.
Yeah. Oh no, you figured it out.
No, that's not what's happening.
You figured it out.
No,
Jim
I said
Rutherford is bringing in Milan Lucic.
there are a lot of trade rumors with him, and for some reason, like Vancouver is being linked.
Grit. Jim Rutherford wants grit. Milan Lucic has grit. Milan Lucic is the new left winger for Evgeny Malkin.
Well, okay, next name to talk about is Malkin going to be here?
Okay, that one is stupid in my opinion. Did you see my response to Filipponi?
No.
For a player who has a full no move.
Yeah.
That is also unbelievably good.
I mean, the only way he gets traded is if he wants traded. Like, if he's asking to be traded. And, like, based off his response, like, there's talk to this every year that we don't win the cup.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
It makes me think, like, it's all smoke. Like, he wants to be here.
So, Filipponi's tweet was, I had just talked to, oh, God, who was it? Mario Lemieux's best friend. Yeah. Mario Lemieux's best friend. He said he doesn't see a team next year or something along those lines where Evgeny Malkin's on it. And I said, A, he has a full no move. How's he going to get traded if he doesn't want to? 2, if you believe Mario Lemieux's best friend says Mario wants Gino gone, Mario needs to go.
I don't think that that's the case at all.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying,
if
that's
that
what he
even
believes.
Is that even what it actually... Because I didn't look
That's
at
what
it.
he said. He said Mario's best friend said, blank, 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 Gino's not going to be here. I can't remember the exact wording. But that's essentially what it was.
Okay.
And I'm like, why would you believe the owner's best friend who has no say in if Gino's here? And even if he does want Gino traded?
Are you talking about Jay Caulfield?
No, I don't think it was Jay Caulfield.
It was Jay Caulfield
was
on 93.7 The Fan. But he said he was basically reiterating what Rutherford said. How Rutherford said that whenever he was asked about Gino's future with the Pens, he says like it's not certain right now.
I think that was it. But still, at the same time, if you go, Mario Lemieux's best friend just said he doesn't think Evgeny Malkin's going to be on the Penguins next year.
Well, that's not what he said at all.
Yeah.
1, that's not what he said at all. 2, I mean, we could say the exact same thing over and over again, but yeah, the only way that he's not a Penguin is if Gino doesn't want to be.
Exactly. It makes no sense.
And again, looking at like a return on that, how do you capitalize on that trade?
Yeah.
Match value.
Connor McDavid.
Okay, so someone that we all tend to trust when it comes to hockey news is Josh Yohe, right?
Tend to.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, well, have you seen that Twitter account Jedediah 412?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, he was tweeting and like quoting like pictures of like articles talking about Malkin and stuff, and he said in every other city they're discussing how to keep and extend their star players. Only in Pittsburgh are we talking about dumping one. And so Josh just replied and said, "Did it ever occur to you that maybe it's true?" And then someone replied to him and said, "Do you think it's legit possible, Josh? It feels a little out of nowhere, but it's clear they need to do something big." And
yeah, get rid of Jack Johnson.
He said, "Sure, it's possible. I don't want to say how likely it is. Moving him is complicated and perhaps not possible. That's up to Gino. But I asked GMJR last week if Gino was part of the team's long-term plans, and he said he couldn't answer the question. That gets your attention."
So, the exact tweet from Filipponi is, "I believe Malkin is on the trading block. Jay Caulfield is one of Mario's best friends. When he says, strong possibility he gets dealt, asset becoming less valuable, and references the Patriots cutting loose stars, I listen. You should too." Did any of that make sense to you?
I mean, yeah.
It was all over the place, though.
Yeah. I don't know.
It makes zero sense.
To me, I just don't see it.
It A, makes zero sense. B, it's not happening. C, if it does magically happen, this organization is boned for the next 5 years.
It might be boned anyway.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing that Mark Madden said that I agreed with. Like, whether or not you trade Malkin, it might not, like, the organization might be screwed anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing that, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet where I put together 2 screenshots that were less than an hour apart from Mark Madden.
Yes.
It was, so he said you can't love a player and hold on to a player just for past accomplishments. You know, that's how your franchise goes the way that the Penguins are trending.
Exactly.
But at the same time praised Rutherford for winning 2 cups in 5 years here. So what is the difference between holding on to a player for past accomplishments or holding on to a GM for past accomplishments?
A GM that has also notably basically destroyed the Hurricanes for about a decade.
Until now.
Yeah. So.
I
I don't know.
I just don't see a way that either of those moves make you a better team. But at the same time, it's like
we're talking
they're
about
in
the same
spot where how do you become a better team?
We're talking about the same general manager that signed Jack Johnson and traded for Eric Goodbranson.
Yeah, I mean, to his credit, I don't think the Goodbranson one's worked out terribly.
No, Goodbranson has arguably been a lot better than the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Jack Johnson has been inexcusable.
No, and the thing is, his numbers literally got better just because the man in net played better.
Exactly.
So it made him look better. Like
exactly.
all his numbers went up, but the rest of the teams did too.
Yeah.
And it was just because Murray was better from December on.
Yeah, because he had like a .930 save percentage. Something stupid
But
like that.
I mean, you look at the roster and it's how do you get rid of the guys that are making you the team that got swept by the Islanders and become better within one off season? Like,
this team needs Jack Johnson off of it, period. End of story. That's step one, in my opinion. I think Mata probably has to go just to give you cap room and flexibility. Schultz needs to be better, or bring somebody in who's going to play better than Schultz, because I don't think he's going to go back to
the same mold.
Yeah, basically.
And that's why I said, not to cut you off, but but I just want to say this before I forget it.
Yeah.
And that's like the biggest thing, and I kind of touched on it. When you win cups, you're gonna lose those players that you won cups with, but the idea is to replace them with guys that play the same type of game that got you there. And the Penguins just went away from it.
Yep. I mean, look at Trevor Daley. Credit, he was older.
Yeah, and Trevor Daley's terrible now.
Yeah.
But like you wanted to,
you want to find,
you want to find a guy that plays that same type of game because
it
fits what the Penguins were doing.
Mm-hmm. You know who I think would look really good on this team? Shea Theodore.
You know who would have been really good here and is now with the Hurricanes in the East Conference Final? Calvin DeHaan.
Oh, yeah. If he wasn't being paid $50 million a year.
Okay.
That was
how much is he make? Like, he's not making that.
No.
I mean,
just the joke is the
4.5 maybe.
The joke is the Hurricanes are paying 4 or 5 defensemen $15 million.
For some reason, I think 4.2.
I think you're right. I think it's
or
low
maybe
fours.
that's what he made on the Islanders.
I think it might actually be upper 4. I think it's 4.8. Welcome to the
Either way, that's
podcast.
That decor for the Hurricanes is.
It's always been great.
Yeah.
Somehow Justin Falk
Very
is
good.
now not the best defenseman on that team.
No.
And they traded away one of them.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now. Why am I blanking? No, wait, no.
No, they
Who
still
went
have
to- who went
Hannafin. Hannafin for Hamilton. But they brought so they have Hamilton there that
that's right.
replaced him, but Hannafin, to me, at least up until this year, was a little bit but he's younger. I thought he was a little bit better. But
he has more upside.
anyway, so you have Pesci, Hamilton, Falk, DeHaan, Jacob Slavin, and
Is it Slavin or Slavin?
Trevor Van Riemsdyk.
yeah, Trevor Van Riemsdyk.
And TVR is not that bad.
No.
TVR would probably do well with the
Calvin
Penguins.
DeHaan, 4.55.
Any one of those guys is in the Penguins' top 4.
Absolutely. TVR maybe not. That's arguable.
I think in the Penguins he'd be in the top 4, but
I'm just saying it's arguable.
Yeah.
I think if anything, he's 4-5. But going back to what the Penguins need to do, they need to figure out how to get depth scoring back. The third and fourth lines did absolutely nothing.
yeah,
I
and then
mean-
that makes your top 2 lines very easy to match up with.
Yeah. And I mean, when the fourth line did do something, they lost those games pretty much.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking just the playoffs. Obviously, they lost every game they played. But even during the
it's
regular
the
season.
thing is they're literally just not scoring because like the third line was very good in terms of possession.
Yeah.
Like they didn't play very much at all in their
The
own
first
zone.
line was great in possession,
but they just
too.
can't score.
Yeah. And I mean, some of that's luck.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, their PDO was the worst. So, who
In
knows?
the playoffs, yeah. But like speaking season long, it was a roller coaster to begin with. I mean, there were times they looked like they shouldn't be anywhere near the playoffs.
Yeah.
And there were also times where like, okay, this is actually a team that can compete for the cup again.
I said in February they would miss.
Yeah.
They almost did.
Yeah.
They damn near fell into a wild card spot.
Yeah, and I knew that. I don't know how that they were going to get there, but it's just like you know that they're going to end up being there. But eventually,
you can't bet against Sidney Crosby factor.
yeah. I mean, from after really the outdoor game against Philly, after they lost that game,
Yeah.
that Crosby and Gensel just put the team on their back and carried them
basically.
to the playoffs.
And that was my favorite thing because everyone's like, you can't bet against Sidney Crosby. And I'm like, but you can bet against everybody else on the team.
Yeah.
So,
But he still somehow got them to the playoffs. And
yeah.
then-
And then nothing.
Yeah.
From anyone.
But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. To me, I think that, I mean, We're going to talk about it. We've already talked about it. We're going to talk about it a lot more. I think Mott is the one guy that is pretty much known. If what Friedman's saying is correct, then I guess Kessel's right there with him. But
I think Kessel's the piece that moves.
I did see something. It was like, I can't imagine that it would be, that this would be a return, but I saw a thing about Malkin to Nashville. And I know why Pittsburgh and Nashville are always linked in trades, because this is like going back to last year, like Kessel was linked to Nashville, if not Arizona. But somebody said for Ekholm and Forsberg. What do you think about that?
Ooh. I like Ekholm.
Because, I mean, that does get you a top 4 defenseman along with a top winger.
Yeah. I mean, Forsberg's getting up there, but Kessel's up there.
How old is he?
I think he's 30.
Okay.
I guess my only question is who plays center at that point?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm assuming Jugs would be your second-line center.
More than likely. Would Gensel move?
No, I don't think.
Wasn't he a center in...
As long as Crosby's on the team, I don't think Gensel's moving.
I mean, I would be right there with you, but, like, if somebody goes down, in my opinion, Gensel's the guy you move to the middle.
So Forsberg, this year, 28 goals, 22 assists. He is 24 years old.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Philippe Forsberg?
Yeah.
August
13th, 1994.
Who was I thinking of?
I don't know.
I don't know. Ryan Johansson's 26.
Not Peter Forsberg.
Okay, that's the name I was thinking of. I was like, who's the older one?
Ekholm's 28.
There's a winger on that team.
Yeah, and the Capitals gave up Forsberg.
Hello.
So I'm not sure exactly. Obviously, Wayne Simmons is getting up there, but
I cannot remember for the life of me who I'm thinking of. Oh, well.
Ryan Johansson?
No.
he's 26.
It was a winger.
He's 26.
I gave you a mic.
Oh, thanks.
And it's live.
Yay.
And we're basically done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your dogs are fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, man, I just want to love them to death.
It doesn't matter. If you're going to talk, just keep it there.
Your dad almost ran me over with his lawnmower.
You know what's funny? He walked out and said he was cutting the grass. And when we were on the way here coming past, there was like 4 people cutting their grass.
Yeah.
So I was going to walk in and say, why are you being so lazy to cut your grass? And he was already getting ready to go do it.
Normally I do it, but
It's white suburbia on a Saturday.
Yeah,
Everybody's cutting their
basically.
grass.
The one dude was wearing a Jack Lambert shirt like it was perfect.
Oh, absolutely. See, I normally cut the grass, but my allergies have been so bad for the past 2 weeks. I can't do anything involving fresh cut grass.
Man up.
Tell that to my lungs.
What do you think about trading Kessel or Malkin?
I think it's silly.
It is. It is.
I don't
That's
understand.
what. That's
well put.
No,
that's
I
one
just-
word for it.
I
But
just don't understand like why it's like every time the Pens don't win, they're like, all right, well, those guys got to go.
Reaction.
even when we won the cup, it was with Kessel.
Yeah.
Like
What is like,
with Malkin, it's every time we don't win the cup. With Kessel, it's every offseason regardless.
I've never seen a fan base so bipolar about Kessel. It's like and during the regular season, everyone loves him, and then whenever they don't win the cup, they're like, all right, well, it's time to trade him.
Spoiled.
It doesn't make any sense.
We're Yankees fans.
Hey,
I mean, I tried.
actually am one of those.
I try to understand it from the perspective, like, yeah, he's 32, gonna be 32,
Yeah.
and you know
But
he's
that
not
gives-
scoring as many goals as he was, even though he still is a point per game player.
But that gives me more ammo to be like, yeah, you're not getting as much for him. Why
Right.
would you trade him?
Yeah.
If you're still getting a point per game out of him, just keep him.
You can either get a point per game out of him for a couple more seasons, or you can trade him for something that you're not going. And he's still your highest scorer on the power play,
Yeah.
so you'd be missing that.
I think Smitty said it. Me and him were talking about it, and he said, like, the return for him is never going to be that good. Because, I mean, he
Yeah.
makes a lot of money, and he's getting older.
You're never going to win that trade.
No.
It's
Also, why are you
impossible.
watching softball?
It was soccer, so
Yeah.
Well, I saw people talking about that where
Softball?
no, like a Kessel trade, the return's obviously not going to be what you traded him for, but in return you won 2 cups.
If you could magically get a Kasperi Kapanen for him, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think what the people are saying, what I saw people saying was like the trade-off with that is you won 2 cups.
Yeah, exactly.
So it really doesn't matter if you won that trade.
So the thing is, like,
who won that trade, I guess.
Yeah. Like, let's say this year if Columbus wins the cup and everybody leaves, who cares? You won a cup. Why do Pittsburgh fans not think that way?
I don't even want to think about that. Columbus.
I don't either, but I'm a masochist. Also, I can't breathe out of my nose.
I want a bunch of jerks to win.
Yeah, I mean, if Columbus
trust
wins,
me. We went over that.
if Columbus won the cup, Panarin's still gone, Bobrovsky's still gone.
Duchesne might
Duchesne
resign.
might
You know
be
what
gone.
it's doing is helping them get more money from a different team.
Yeah,
That's true.
You're just helping them.
much.
You're helping them
Some-
price themselves out even more.
Does Zingle stay? Do you think?
I have no idea.
Because every
Isn't he an RFA?
he might be, but every possession metric says he's bad.
Well, I mean, so does Jack Johnson's possession metrics.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
we
he
know where
doesn't.
that is.
At least the Zengel scores 20 goals.
Yeah,
I think he had like 22 or something this year.
I find it so poetic that the entire season I was crusading against Jack Johnson, and the only goal he scored the season was on my 21st birthday.
And before you and Nardo made that bet.
Yeah, so he has to buy a shirt from our site.
You made a bet?
Yeah.
What was it?
If Jack Johnson scored a goal, I had to buy a DiNardo's Dugout or Nurture 9 T-shirt. And if he didn't the rest of the season, DiNardo had to buy one of ours.
Nice.
So, DiNardo, if you're listening, pay up.
I made
Wow,
a bet
a
with someone at work
podcaster and 3 fans.
Who said that?
North Shore 9, so I'm
Oh.
assuming DiNardo.
Yeah, it is.
so I'm the podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh,
I made a bet with someone at work because I always complain about Jack Johnson, and I was like,
welcome
this
to the
guy-
club.
I was like, this guy sucks, and someone said, no, he's not that bad, and I was like, okay. I said, how about this? If he scores a goal in the playoffs, I'll buy his actual jersey from the Penn store. I put a lot on the money on that one.
They
I was
have
fairly
those.
confident.
You could have made that bet for like 2/3 of our team, and you would have won your bet.
Somehow that would have held true if you said Sidney Crosby.
Yeah. Sidney Crosby's not
I think
that
it's
good.
stuck my
Look at the
brain.
playoffs.
All right. Well, I don't have much else. Actually, good thing Sarge walked in here because it reminds me. Sarge is also involved with the Horse Nickel Foundation. So, reminder on June 1st that you should not go to North Shore 9's live event before the Chris Archer bobblehead game. You should come to Whiskey Rhythm in Monaca
And then go to the
And-
Pirate game.
if you want.
It's at 4. Never mind. Don't
But-
go. Don't.
Yeah,
Don't
you
go.
would miss out on the prizes. And,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh.
where
And trust me, you don't want to miss.
you're getting your bang for your buck right there
Yeah.
with the prizes.
No, you're not kidding.
Big shout out to our boy Jeff, who also has one of our hats now. Not this exact one; it's a different design. But
Sorry.
we're not gonna talk about it.
Sorry about that.
Little different design.
Little emphasis on the little. But we talked about it a lot already. He sent us a bunch of stuff. It was like a 27-pound package.
I
Of stuff
smiled
from
the
spring
entire
training.
time I was looking at it like last week.
Big shout out to Cole Tucker for wearing the same size hat as me.
Oh, God.
Probably mainly because of the hair.
I'm
but
so
You
disappointed.
put it
I
on?
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sick.
We were sitting in his basement after
I was
the show
like,
we did, and he put it on, and I'm like, wait, why?
I was like 7.5.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there going through them. I'm like, no one wears the same size as me. And I'm just like, well, no one wears the same size cleat either. Will Craig was the closest.
No one probably wears the same size hat as I do.
What?
8.
7 5/8.
Fredlin does.
You have a huge head, bud.
I mean, I try them on. I try either 7 and 7/8 or 8, but it depends on just how they're cut.
Wait, did you say 8?
8.
That's what Fredlin wears.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Though.
Yeah.
Like I could not
You
that I
have
can
a-
understand.
You
that,
have
but
a
like
goober.
you're- But like
What are you laughing
you're
at?
like
The size of your head.
Lose weight
like-
and you think you can laugh at a fat guy?
This has nothing to do with the size of your head.
like your nickname's Beefy. Like Sam doesn't make sense why he wears that big of a hat.
Wait, Sam, your friend Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Fredlin.
He wears an 8?
He has a goober.
Oh, God.
For those
I don't even know what I
for those who don't know what a goober is,
He
it's
almost
a peanut.
He almost threw that size 8 at that lady at the Burger
Literally
King.
everyone didn't know what a goober was until you just said it.
It's a peanut. I'm a goofy goober.
Yeah, I know what
Kinda
yours
agree
are.
with it.
But anyway, that got way off track. Just come to
Go
the Horse Nickel Foundation Wing Bash on June 1st at Whiskey Rhythm in Monaca, Pennsylvania.
And if you don't have anything to do next Saturday and you are in the area of Altoona, go to the game.
Just randomly in the area.
Here's
of
the
Altoona.
thing. You can buy a ticket for the Pirates and they might win. You can buy a ticket to our Wing Bash and it's guaranteed you will smile.
And enjoy wings.
And I'll hug you if you come.
And also,
He will do that.
if you are one of the first 23 people to get in on this, we have autographed hats signed by Pirates in spring training for $10.
And we're
Donated. Yeah, these are worn and autographed for $10. This is a separate donation to the Horse Nickel Foundation. You randomly pick a hat. Not pick a hat. I'm sorry. You randomly get a hat
Yeah.
for $10.
You draw a number and we grab
You
it
draw
for
a
you.
number. The number's assigned to a hat. You get that hat.
You should pick a hat out of a hat.
Now, now what What I will say.
We need the parrot's hat first.
What I will say to entice people on this is I didn't even know one of the hats that was involved here because there was only 22 names on the list, and I'm trying to make out.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about this?
I'm trying to make out.
I looked at him last week.
I don't think you know this one.
No, because he was at my house
Oh,
after.
okay.
I'm trying to match this hat with one of the names, and I'm like, wait a minute, we have one more hat than name anyway.
Yep.
So I'm like looking, and I'm like, wait a minute, I saw this signature earlier. So I picked up the baseball that's autographed, and I'm like, yeah, this is Mitch Keller's signature.
And he immediately texted Jeff and went, "What the hell?"
Yeah. So yeah, he left a little something out in the information he gave me. But anyway, word.
Incentive.
I like the Marvel guy.
James Marvel. Yeah, he literally just wrote his. Like it was the easiest one to pick out.
Cody Plain is going to enter this just for that hat.
James Marvel and Kevin Kramer were the two easiest names to read for me. They literally just wrote their name.
Stubbs, can I just pay you $50 for the Cole Tucker hat?
Stubbs? Is it because they're both black?
Mixed.
Yep.
Is Stubbs mixed?
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Look at his legs.
Okay, well, okay, fine.
His legs aren't even mixed. Like that's literally just
They're
white.
white. Yeah. He's half and half.
He
was dipped.
Someone has a picture of like
His thigh.
Nick.
And it looks
Nick
Nick has it, yeah.
I sent it to Nick via Snapchat.
Looks like my thigh.
It really does.
and Nick
Casper.
saved it.
Is he here? Stubbs.
I mean,
I
He
don't
might have
know.
been at
Yeah.
some point. I don't know if he still is.
probably not.
But
Who cares?
anyway, if you're watching on Twitch, thanks for watching. If you're watching but not following, hit that follow. If you're following and you're like, wow, how can I support these guys even more than I already have? There is a subscribe button that we have above the Pod Hub Network logo, I think.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah. Above the Pod Hub Network logo. You can subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime. You can link it to your Twitch account, or if anybody you know has Amazon Prime, get their information, steal it off them. I don't care what you do. Or you can subscribe starting at $5 a month. If you're listening anywhere else, please do follow us on Twitch. You can come join us live each week. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram.
I think we're 5 away from 2K.
And yeah, we're about I tweeted that about being 50 followers away. That like within 24 hours, it became like 16 followers away. So yeah, thank you guys.
Edis9
We appreciate it.
resubbed during our show, by the way.
Shout out to Nardo. Thank you.
He also put a random phone number in our chat.
Who said is your stomach growing?
Are you sure it was a random phone number because it might be his, due to us playing NHL the other night? Yeah, we were playing NHL, and he's like, "Herb, what's your phone number?" And I just sat there for a second.
I don't
was
think
quiet,
I ever want to give it to you.
And I said, "I'm undecided on this because I don't know if I want to give it to you just in case." And he got really offended by it. And I was like, "It was a joke, but okay."
Okay, well, yeah, he just put his phone number in a Twitch chat. So
Can't wait to text him.
So go follow us on everything, and we'll talk to you
Quick screenshot it.
at some point next week. I mean, like we said, we're going to Altoona, so we got to figure that out, but it's not set in stone. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.